Hi, in today's video, we're going to be talking about what you should do about your stress and anxiety. My name is Sophia from SoFit Life. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I help you to reduce your stress and anxiety through meditation, fitness, and nutrition. Since you're in the right place, go ahead and hit the like, subscribe, and notification bell so that you can be notified every time that we release a video. Now let's get into the topic of this video. This is not a video where I'm consulting you directly or prescribing you any medication or any advice. This is just to help you to figure out what you should do about your current stress and anxiety. But essentially, I found a way where I could get myself out of those thinking traps and thought loops in order to figure out a way of what you should do about your stress and anxiety. The first step is definitely to search for a solution to your problem. So I'm really glad that you're here. The first thing I would say is definitely to take a time out. Since you're feeling like you have a lot of stress and anxiety, definitely take a time out and disconnect. So do some yoga, meditation, but basically just being able to disconnect, trying to avoid checking politics or the news first thing in the morning or right before bed. It's going to set that fear subconsciously throughout your day of all those things that you first, and that is going to set the tone for the rest of your day, believe it or not. You may not even be realizing that. So making sure that you're starting your day with some meditative activities so that you can stimulate your brain and you're ready for your day, whether it's attend to your family, your friends, or to attack your career goals or whatever it is that you are achieving in your life. Making sure that you're going ahead and disconnecting and taking a time out for yourself on a weekly at least, or even better, daily basis. The next thing that you can do, and I've even said this in my previous videos that we linked down below, is that you can eat a well-balanced diet. It's very important to eat a well-balanced diet because it's going to allow you to reduce those stress and anxiety that you're having, and having the right foods is essential to being able to have a clear mind. Having snacks on hand and preparing your meals for the week, or having a list of what you're going to be eating for breakfast, lunch, and dinner and snack is a really great tool. I personally do that with my meals. So I already know going into my day what I'm going to eat. I don't have to stress about what I'm going to plan and therefore lead myself into skipping meals. And what I was saying before is that it's really important to practice disconnecting, learn more relaxive methods, maybe get a massage or get a stretch in, have someone stretch you yourself if you're able to afford that. Listen to music, that's a free option as well. So being able to disconnect is really going to help you to kind of resolve those stress and anxiety feelings that you're having. When you're stressed, your body actually needs additional sleep. For example, last night I slept like 10 to 12 hours because I went kayaking and I was exhausted all day. So I needed that additional sleep. And as a person who's very active on a daily basis, meaning that I do cardio, I go for a workout at least an hour a day, and I'm very active when it comes to going for a nature trail or kayaking, biking. That's my lifestyle, so it's very important that I get that additional rest. One of the ways that you can actually go to sleep early is you can limit your screen time. When you're seeing blue light, it actually stimulates your mind and it stops the melatonin production. So you want to be able to produce that melatonin in order to go and have a nice rest. Not only going to sleep early to get the amount of hours that you need, but having adequate and quality rest. I know that some people can function on 6 hours or less of sleep, and even someone like as successful as Elon Musk gets about 6 hours of rest every night. I would say 8 hours would be optimal if you're able to make that time to sleep 8 hours. But if you can at least bump that 6 hours to 7 hours a night, that is really going to help you to reduce your stress, because when your body's under stress, it really does need rest, and you need to be making sure that you're going to bed at the same time every night, or waking up at the same time, even better, or both, because that's really going to help you to reduce your stress and anxiety. Another thing you should do about your stress and anxiety is to exercise daily. Of course, this is a given one, basically making sure that you're getting in enough exercise, but if you're someone that does low to no activity, making sure that you're going to gradually increase the amount of exercise that you do per week. Pacing yourself just like you would pace yourself in a day-to-day basis, like when you're switching to a diet, you don't want to go extreme because it's not going to be unsustainable. You want to make sure you don't want to go from 0 to 100. You're going to divide and conquer. You're going to finish one assignment and go to the next one. So it applies the same thing to working out. It can actually stress you out if you do all of these tasks at once, cardio, abs, working out, all these things, lifting every day, you know, it could be a big stressor on your body and make yourself feel extremely overwhelmed. So I'd actually highly recommend that you slowly increase your activity every week. And you probably really like this suggestion because it's not as intense or as overwhelming as just starting to work out every day, making the time for it. It allows you to slowly adjust to that routine and therefore making it a long-term, life-lasting behavior and habit. I know I've definitely been where you have been, feeling really stressed and anxious, and I didn't know what I should do about it. I would feel like, what should I do about this? Oh my God. So actually counting from 10 to 1 or 1 to 10 really helps me to clear my mind, and also taking a deep breath. I know it sounds silly, but it really does let you to recenter your mind and kind of just realize, okay, you know what, maybe I can't control this situation. Let me just go back to it and resolve it when I feel emotionally ready. And also, it's another thing, acknowledging that you can only control what you can control. Don't get so obsessed over the things that you can't control, because ultimately there's nothing that you can do about it, and complaining or stressing about it is only going to make the situation worse. Realizing that you can have a problem and come up with a solution to that problem. Otherwise, you're just wasting your energy talking about something or thinking about something that's not really in your control. Say, you know, something like, oh my God, like I'm so mad at myself, I didn't work out all week. Forgive yourself. I feel that we're very hard on other people, but the biggest critic we are is to ourselves. Making sure that you're disconnecting from the world and coming back to that problem. Accept that you cannot control everything. There's no point in putting all that energy and stress into something that I can't control. And in the end, it's probably not as a big deal as it may seem in that moment. So just focusing on the things that you can control and putting the energy towards that. Going into a little bit of depth on my stress reduction meditations, making sure that you're just pausing and taking a breath, because that can really allow you to reduce your stress. I know it may sound silly, but taking a breath can really help and really allow yourself to come back into homeostasis from fight or flight. This especially helps if you feel that you're hyperventilating or going into a panic attack, or you're feeling some sort of aggravation towards your anxiety. And do your best. I had to learn the hard way that it's just all about doing your best. I learned that in school, and also with creating these videos. I procrastinated for so long, like researching how to start a YouTube channel, like how to record, how to feel comfortable in the camera. It took me like a year to actually start doing this, and I realized that it's better to have a video that's done that I did my best in, and instead of obsessing about it coming out perfect, just getting it done, because I'm going to be doing the best that I can now, and going forward I know the more that I create videos, the more that it's going to get better. So the same thing is for you. Try to avoid aiming for perfection, because we are not perfect, you know, we're imperfect human beings, and we're going to learn as we go. And that's another thing, is that like mistakes are good. The more that you fail, the closer that you get to success, I truly believe. And the only way that you're going to fail is if you give up and quit on yourself. Maintain a positive attitude really helps. I know when I was really feeling a lot of stress and anxiety in the past, I was stuck in these thought loops. And these thought loops made me get stuck into these negative, reinforcing thoughts. I actually seek consulting advice. This is just to help you to figure out what you should do about your current stress and anxiety. But essentially, I found a way where I could get myself out of those thinking traps and thought loops by thinking of something that I'm grateful for. So anytime I thought about something negative, I would think of 1 or 2 things that was positive in my life. Or if I caught myself thinking something negative about myself, judging myself or doubting myself, I would tell myself, that's not true, you know, like, and I would reinforce that argument with myself. And pretty much from doing that, I didn't think it would work, but it really did. And my therapist really helped me with that. And so that's something you should do, is kind of reinforce that idea. So essentially getting yourself out of those negative thought loops by thinking of something positive is really going to allow you to reduce your stress. So that's one of the things that you definitely should do in order to reduce those stress and anxiety. My name is Sophia again. Thank you so much for watching this video. For more help to reduce your stress and anxiety, we have 3 free steps to reducing your stress and anxiety. So check out that free link down in the description box below. As well, you can check out our social medias. So again, thank you guys so much for watching. If you found this video helpful, feel free to share it with a family, friend, or loved one that is looking for help on this. I want to be able to spread the message as much as I can to help as many people as possible. So definitely give it a like if you haven't already, so you can be notified every time we release a video. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!